guys, so for today's video we're going to be testing out Rare Beauty. So it finally come to the UK. Yay, I'm super excited. By now you probably know a lot about Rare Beauty. So Selena Gomez is the founder of the company, and yeah, I've always just sort of been excited to try her products. It's like, you know, when celebrities come up with products and you're like, whatever, but like I feel like Selena Gomez and Rihanna are like the ones that I'm like, you know, willing to go for. So yeah, I have a bunch of stuff. So I have the setting spray, foundation, concealer, 2 blushes, powder, lips. I have 1 lip product. It's a lot of face because that's what I was more interested in. Like the eyeshadow palettes and stuff like that, I wasn't really bothered by. Like it just didn't sort of like bring me in and make me want to buy it. And I know that the mascara is meant to be like a smash hit, but I don't really wear mascara on its own. Like it's very rare for me to do that. So with mascara, I don't ever bother buying expensive ones because I don't really see the point in it because I'm wearing lashes all the time. So mascara doesn't really do a whole lot because it's covered. So yeah, it's mainly face products. So I've already done brows and eyeshadow, as you can see. All the products I'm wearing were listed down below. So let's start off with this. So this is the Always on Optimist 4-in-1 mist. So let me just read you the claims on the website. So it is a cloud-like hydrating mist. It instantly calms and nourishes skin while making it look plump, smooth and ready for makeup. So it says how you can use it is basically it's a multitasker, hence the 4-in-1. So you can mist it wherever. So it's a pre-makeup step in between layers of makeup or to help everything meld together and set it all in place. So yeah, it literally says a glow boosting mist that hydrates, primes, sets and refreshes skin. So I wasn't going to pick this up, but then I was like, do you know what, actually let's give it a go. So I haven't put a primer on. I'm not really a primer girl, to be honest. I prefer sort of serum like ones rather than all this pore filling stuff. I'm not interested by it. So this is what the packaging looks like, just that simple sleek bottle. I think the packaging is just really cute, really pretty. It doesn't need to be a whole lot of razzle dazzle. You want the product to do more than you want the packaging. So comes like this. So let's just give this a little spray. Very fine mist, that's really nice. It smells really good as well. I really like that. I can't think of the smell. Like it's definitely, it's weird. It's kind of fruity, but it's not. I'm not a big lover of fruit in my skincare. Fruit just typically does not work for me. I'm just sort of gonna like pat this in so I can really get it into my skin rather than being like a set. I want it to sort of be a primer. So this does retail for £23 and then I believe it's $24. So yeah, that actually did feel really nice on my skin. It feels a little bit more hydrated, but obviously my skin care is obviously doing that as well for me. So I feel like I would probably use this as a primer just to give me that little bit of extra something, and we will use it in between when we're blending like concealers and stuff like that. So moving on, next up we have the Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation, and I picked up the shade 140C, which is light with cool neutral undertones. So typically I go for more warm foundations. I prefer a more warmer complexion. I just feel like when I use cool, it washes me out and it just makes me look almost grey. But then yellow based ones or golden tend to be too dark because obviously it's not matching what my complexion actually is. I actually am a cool toned person. So when it said cool with neutral undertones, I thought that's probably going to be the best bet for me. So I wanted to try more cool, and if I found like it doesn't work for me, then obviously I would just stick to more yellow base and just sort of bring it down to the neck. But I thought we'll give it a go. So this is what she looks like. So I believe Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Everyone was like complaining, oh, like I don't like the design, like why has it got this big ball on it? Basically, these are meant to be easier to grip, so someone with like arthritis and stuff like that can grip this and turn it without having to grip a bottle. Like obviously we can grip this and we can turn it easy, but someone that can't can easily grip this better and turn it better. So I was like, well, that's a really nice touch. This doesn't bother me, like I'm not bothered by this, it doesn't affect me in any way. I like the packaging, I think it's super cute. So let's go ahead and put this on. So it is a doe foot applicator, which I'm not like overly bothered by. It's probably easier to control that way than if you was to use like a pump. So let's go ahead and just put a little bit on. I don't know, I will read the claims to you as well from the foundation. So I'm going to blend this out, and then while I'm blending it I'll read the claims to you. So I'm going to take It Cosmetics Love Is a foundation brush and just go ahead and push this into the skin. So it is a weightless smooth glide formula, dries to natural skin like finish in 48 shades. So its pure pigments are packed in super fluid serum-like base, making it easier than ever to blend and build coverage just how you like it. A little goes a long way. I probably should have used a bit less. Maybe I did go a little bit too heavy with it, but it's blending like a dream. And I actually think it's matching me pretty well. So I'm happy about that. The only thing that does throw me off a little bit is when it's like cool with neutral undertones. Typically neutral and cool aren't together, like neutral separate, so it'd be cool, neutral, warm. And that's the only thing that sort of throws me off. Like there was one that was like cool with peachy undertones as well, and I'm like, how does that work in a cool complexion? Obviously I don't know too much about foundation, but that's typically the rule of it. Obviously I don't entirely know, but yeah. So it lasts all day without drying out or changing colour on you, so that's nice that it doesn't oxidize. So it should be staying this colour and it should not change, unless obviously I put different stuff on it. So it just says, obviously it has a mess-free doe foot applicator, let you apply one dot at a time, all you need to cover your entire face. Okay, so obviously I did do some lines, so I should have probably done some dots, but to be honest I'm getting pretty good coverage with what I done. Like I didn't go too heavy, like I didn't dip back in, it was literally just what was on the brush, on the applicator, sorry, and it's covered pretty well. Obviously I do have, let me zoom you in just a tiny bit so you can sort of see. So I do have like a little spot and stuff here, which is obviously still poking through a little bit, but I feel like if I wanted to, which I don't want to, I'm really happy with the coverage, I can go in and sort of cover that up. I mean, to be honest, it's doing a pretty good job of covering everything, like all my redness and stuff. It's looking pretty good. So this retails for £26 and then $29. And I think I really like that. But can you see how this doesn't match my neck? Like, this is what I mean about being cool tone. Like, I feel like my face, I'm typically meant to be cool toned by like my veins and how I wear my jewellery and stuff like that, but can you see, I feel like my neck is yellow. That's just how it is, but my face obviously runs pink because I have a lot of like sensitivity in my skin, so obviously my cheeks are more red. So typically in my face it looks more cool toned than it does, but I can see that this still doesn't match me. Like I feel like I'm better with the more golden or warm undertones. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to take a little bit down the neck, just to sort of blend it in together. But I feel like it matches my face fine. It's just my neck, like my neck's completely a different colour, and I feel like everyone's like, oh, you should match your face, but it's really about matching your body as well. Like it's like fine being like, oh yeah, this foundation went onto my face well, but then when it goes down to the rest of my body, there's a huge difference. But that feels really nice on the skin. I can see why they say it's like weightless, because it does actually feel weightless, like it feels really nice on the skin. Feel like I'm sort of like wearing nothing. It's really, really pretty. Next up we have the concealer. So this is the Liquid Touch Concealer, and I bought the shade 100N, and this is light with neutral golden undertones. So typically, because I go for more warmer undertones in my foundation, I will typically go for neutral undertones in my concealer, so it like sort of balances out my face, if that makes sense. So that's why I picked up neutral, and obviously it does have the golden undertones in it as well. So obviously same sort of situation with this, easy to grip, easy to turn, and you get a nice little doe foot applicator, which looks like so, and it has like a curved brush. So I'm going to read the claims before I go ahead and start putting this on my face, because I feel like I didn't do that with a foundation and I should be doing that. So it instantly hides what you want to hide: blemishes, dark circles, redness, fine lines, with medium buildable coverage and radiant skin-like finish. Creamy and hydrating, yet super long lasting, sweat resistant too, so that's really nice. Blends like a dream to even out skin tone, won't cake sell into fine lines. Okay, that's cool. So it says how to use. Tip: each concealer shade is made to be perfect match to your Liquid Touch foundation shade. Okay, so obviously I didn't, because I want to highlight with this. I'm not looking to like sort of conceal. So typically I would buy a shade that matches my foundation to like hide the more spots and stuff. So it says dot concealer anywhere on your skin, could use a little extra love, like dark circles, blemishes, redness, discoloration. It says unique oversized applicator, has a flat edge to sweep concealer onto large areas of the face, and pointed tip from a precision applicator. Okay. So yeah, as I'm trying to show you this the best I can, but you can see it has like this curved edge, and it's not like a flat typical one. So let's just go ahead and do this. So I am going to take a light amount on the eyes here. Oh, that feels so nice on the skin. It's going to take a little bit up here just to give a lifted appearance. Okay, so this is where I'm interested, because it says you can get precision with the tip. So I'm going to take it this way. And we're just going to go ahead and hit up the nose. Okay. I love the tip on that. That's actually amazing. Like, I'm really shocked how much I like the application of that. Obviously we'll see what it's like when it blends, but I do typically sort of just let this dry down a little bit before I go ahead and blend, because I feel like it just sort of when it's warmer, it tends to blend better and sit better and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do. And that retails for £18 and then $19. So next up we have the Warm Wishes Effortless Bronzer Stick. So I bought the shade Power Boost, and this is a true tan with neutral undertones. So it is a bronzer stick, not a contour stick. That's why I wanted sort of more neutral rather than the cool, because I feel like I would get a contour in the cool. So it says liquid light cream bronzer stick melts into the skin with believable sun-kissed warmth that does not fade. I like that, it does not fade, especially for a cream, because this is it. Like, I'm not going to be putting any powder on my face, apart from the powder I got from Rare Beauty, but not like a powder bronzer, powder blush, all of that stuff. Is blendable, buildable. This formula goes on smooth seamlessly with a natural finish. So it says twist bronzer stick to reveal product and apply anywhere you like to add warmth. To build dimension and definition, sweep onto cheekbones, forehead and chin, and then blend with fingertips, sponge or brush. So let's go ahead and take this out of the packaging. So she looks like this, just yet again simple cute packaging, and then nice twisty tube, which is lovely. So I'm gonna just, oh my, okay, that went on really smooth. Sorry, I have curtain bangs, so I need to like put this in to, you know, get them to do that thing that's like sweepy. Typically I like to take my bronzer lately a lot higher up. I like to sort of go like here with it. So it retails for £22 and then $23. So let's just go ahead and just blend this through. I think I should have taken my brush and sort of dabbed on the brush, on the stick, which you can do. A lot of people say like, oh, like if you put it on your face then it's like peeling away the foundation. I'm like, how hard do you blend to be like picking up your foundation like that? Because mine never does that. But obviously if you want a more softer look, then I recommend just taking a brush like this, literally go in and go in. But I never find that it picks up my foundation. Like I've never ever had issues with that when I put down a product, unless I feel like that product's a bad product, then it might do that in my opinion. I don't think it's gonna actually do that from a thing, you know what I mean? It's actually really, really pretty, super soft, and you can see that I've got a little bit of more warmth in there, and it looks really, just really nice. I'm super impressed with that again. Yeah, really, really pretty. Foundation still looks really good. I know it's only been a little while, but still looking good. So I'm just going to take a little bit more of this 4-in-1 mist. That lid is hard to get off. Oh! And I'm just going to... Smells like skincare. It smells so good. And I'm just going to take the Hourglass Sealess Concealer Brush and just go ahead and blend this through. It's blending out really, really easy. Okay, so I actually blended out really nice. I'm just going to bring you in so you can see. I feel like I blended out beautifully, like no issues. And she said medium coverage, and I definitely am getting medium. I can still sort of see a little bit of darkness here, but to be honest, I'm not really bothered about it being full coverage. I'm quite happy for it to be that way. So I know it's buildable. Should we just put on a tiny bit more to see if it's buildable? I feel like we should, so let's go ahead and do that actually. Typically I wouldn't bother, like I'd just apply one layer and I'm sort of happy with that. But I am just going to take a tiny bit more, actually like a dot and a dot like this much. But we can move on to the next product while we're waiting for that to dry, and then I can go ahead and blend that out again. So next up we have the Positive Light Liquid Illuminator, and this is in Enlighten, so it is a champagne shade. Yet again has that same packaging, and it retails for £21 or $22. So let me read you some of the details. So it's a weightless liquid formula, blends evenly for an instant wash of light that looks good on all skin tones. Super fine light catching pearls make it easy to take your glow from soft sheen to pearl pop in seconds. Lasts all day without fading, creasing or settling into fine lines. I feel like that's basically all of her products. Like that's a lot of the claims. And for a highlighter not to fade is a bold statement, because typically at the end of the day sort of highlighter does fade and it's not typically long lasting, even powder or liquid. I feel like you still got a little bit there, but it does fade over time. So it says apply 1 to 2 dots directly over any areas you want to add a touch of glow. High points of cheeks, brow bone, the bridge of the nose. Blend with fingertips, brush or sponge. For a soft all over go, mix into your foundation or concealer. Yeah, so typically that's a nice little tip. You can, I'm assuming it's like a doe foot applique. Yes, yet again that same shape as the one like the concealer. So it doesn't look glittery in the bottle. It looks like it's just a sheen. It's not going to be glittery, but obviously we'll see what it's like on the face. So I don't know if I want to dot it on the face or I want to take it on the back of my hand, but let's just add that much for now. I'm just going to take my finger. Doesn't look glittery from what I can see in this lighting. Obviously it might be different in, do you know, like flashlight? Obviously that really shows the glitter and stuff. So I'm just going to take a little brush. So this is the Spectrum and KJ Hughes. This is a number 21 brush. And I'm just going to... and then just a bit down the nose. That's actually really, really pretty. Super, super natural. Nothing dramatic. And I feel like it's... oh god, I put too much there. I feel like it's very fitting with how she sort of perceives her product. You know, like lightweight, very like natural, and very like medium and nothing too heavy. So I feel like it's very fitting to her brand. So I'm just going to blend out this blob of concealer to see if we can get more coverage without it sort of looking funky, like we put too much product on. So I definitely feel like I got a little bit more coverage. There's still a little bit peeking out, but it's nothing too bad. I'd only say slightly bit more coverage. I wouldn't say like an awful lot, and I definitely don't want to go in with any more. Like, I'm quite happy with how that looks. Very, very nice. So I did pick up two of the blushes. So I have Joy, which is a muted peach dewy, and I am a peach girl. I love peach blushes. It's like my favourite blush to wear. And then I also did pick up Hope, which is a nude mauve, which is also dewy. Does she do matte ones? Or are they all dewy? I feel like it's the soft peach dewy liquid blush. So I'm assuming they're all dewy, unless she has... I don't think she has matte shades, does she? No, I'm pretty sure they're all dewy. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So it retails for £19 or $20. So I think I'll show you what they both look like out of the packaging so you can get an idea. So I ended up picking up, I think I picked up Joy first because of the peach, but then I saw on Space NK someone was using Joy, and I was like, yeah, I really want to pick up that shade as well, just this shade. So I feel like, what should we do? What goes best with this eye look? I feel like let's not go for the muted peach because we always do. So let's save that for another day. I was going to use both. Is that too much? Yeah, that's too much. Let's not do that. So we're using Hope. Yeah, a nude mauve. Did I say that? I did. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm in my own world here. So about the details. So it's airy, lightweight liquid formula, blends and builds effortlessly for a soft flush of colour, infused with long-lasting colour pigments for all-day wear. A little goes a long way. So it does say it's mistake-proof. It layers beautifully over liquid powder formulas without disturbing makeup. Now, I'm all about that life. Oh, she does do matte shades, sorry. If you go down on her website, it says like Bliss, Love, Grace and Faith are all matte, and then the rest of the shades are dewy. I'm happy for a dewy blush. I like a dewy blush. I'm not overly bothered about it being matte. I know it says that it's mistake proof, but I have seen a lot of people apply this and they'll be like, oh, I put a dot on the face, and say like you go to like, I don't know, grab a bit of drink or something, it's like hard to blend because of how much pigment there's in it. So it's like if you put it down on your face, you've got to be quick to blend it. So I don't know about that, but obviously we can see for ourselves. So it does say gently remove excess product from applicator. Use the doe foot applicator and place 1 to 2 dots on each cheek. Use fingertips to pat onto the skin for a seamless finish. So I am going to use my fingertips. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to do 1 to 2 dots blend out with fingertips, and then on this side I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand, pat it out and go in with my finger to see how we get on that way. So instead of wiping it on the thing, I'm just going to put the excess on the back of my hand. So it is very pigmented, so blush, let's do like 1, 2. So I feel like that's plenty. Take my fingers and just go in and blend that through. I think I'm going to put a little bit more liquid highlighter on, just like sort of here. Typically I do liquid highlighter and then blush, so it still blends, but that's mainly around the cheek. I'm just going to put a little bit more dot over here. I mean, I had no issues with blending that out. It looks really, really pretty. I can obviously understand if you went in like this full amount on your cheek, it's going to be hard to blend. It is pigmented, as you can see, obviously side by side, that it is. And this is actually such a beautiful shade. I knew I was going to like it, but I actually really, really like it. I think it looks super pretty, really nice and dewy. So I am just going to take my finger and just dab into that side and just go ahead and do this. I feel like with fingers it's fine, but I feel like some reason I just get a better application with the brush. I feel like when I do my fingers, I'm like going here, and then you can see, like, I feel like I've taken it a bit too high on this side. So it works really well with the fingers, like dipped in. I did probably use a little bit more on this side, but obviously now if I did that product, I probably should have wiped it away in the little tube thing. But that is super, super pretty. I really, really like that shade a lot. I can see that this is going to last all day. I can just feel it. It looks so, so beautiful on the skin. I do think the highlight is pretty. It's not giving me like, wow, like I'm in love, like I'd have to use this every day. Like I feel like it's just pretty highlighter. Like I have hundreds of pretty highlighters. Like it's nothing extraordinary. Like I feel like it's just giving me a nice little bit of glow. So next up we have the Always On Optimist Soft Radiance Setting Powder. So does that match the foundation? No, it doesn't. No, it matches the setting spray, doesn't it? So yeah, again, really cute packaging. It's just a setting powder. I have opened this up. I haven't tried it, but it has the little R in it, and then you just flip it around. So I need to peel this off, so bear with me. So I just tipped out some in the lid, and I did pick up the shade Light. So this is a soft pink for fair to light complexions. So the details: super fine milled and silky to touch. The talc-free loose mineral powder goes on light and airy to provide sheer seamless coverage with subtle radiance and natural finish. I'm all for this. This sounds absolutely gorgeous. Extend the wear of your makeup while blurring the look of pores and smoothing skin texture. No caking, no flashback. Boom, I love that there's no flashback, because obviously we don't want that when we're taking pictures and stuff. Keeps excess oil in check, so your skin not only looks its best, it feels comfortable all day too. Seeing that gets me, because obviously it has a subtle radiance. So to me, keeping the oils at bay with a subtle radiance is bold. And I do have kind of oily skin. I wouldn't say it's like too oily, but typically if I do use a lot of like radiant products, at the end of the day I will be a hot mess. And it just says keep excess oil in check. Yeah, like I said, take it with you. Our custom design shift locks for a mess-free storage on the go, which, like I said about the lock, is fantastic. I actually really, really love that. There's going to be no spillage once you lock it. So how to use: tap loose powder into the lid, swirl setting brush, which we have here, gently sweep powder all over the face and set makeup. So I have the hourglass brush here. I don't actually know what it's called, but I have a bigger end and I have a smaller end. So I am going to take the smaller end for the eyes and then take the rest on the face. So let's do this. So take the smaller end, and I'm just gonna pat my eye out, just so, because obviously I've been smiling, I've got up, I've like moved and stuff because I had to go and wash the back of my hand because I'm wearing a white shirt. I don't want blush everywhere. And I'm just gonna do a bit of that and then go in with it. I'm gonna take the bigger end now and just go all over the face with this. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with the setting spray and just set the face. Okay, and then what we have last here is the Stay Vulnerable Glossy Lip Balm, and this is in nearly Apricot. And I would read you the claims, but my internet is down, so I cannot do that. I'm pretty sure I saw that it retailed for £16, but that might be wrong. Obviously the shade I have doesn't go with my eyes, but we're gonna rock it anyway. I probably should have done an eye look based on the lip gloss I was wearing, because this eye would be more of a nude, and this is clearly pink. Obviously the Apricot is what got me because of that peachy type thing, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Ooh, beautiful doublet applicator. Obviously you can't see what it says about it, but I'm gonna go in. Oh, okay, so it's not as pigmented as I thought it was gonna be. I freaking love this applicator. It's because it's let me explain this why I love this, okay? It's the shape of bristles, but it has the doe-foot applicator, so you can get in there like this, really close to the lip line, and just get it on, and it is just fabulous. I absolutely love it. And I feel like if she has this kind of style with more of her pigmented formulas, it is going to work so freaking well, and this feels so good on the lips. So like I said, obviously it's a glossy lip balm, it's not actually sort of a lipstick, it's more something that I can wear, be comfortable with it, and get the benefits of having, like, I'm wearing a balm but also have a little something on the lips. I feel like it's just really enhanced my natural lip colour, and actually looks really pretty with this eye look. I'm really impressed. I really like that a lot. Obviously I know it's not going to last all day, but the point is I'm a glossy girl, I like glosses, so I'm not expecting them to last all day, okay? They're just not going to. So that is everything we have to try out. So what I'm going to do is, the time is actually 6:15, but I'm going to do a check-in because I'm literally going to go cinema and come back, so I know it's going to be late. Literally cinema time's like 10 o'clock. So it is going to be late. I'm going to wear it for a few hours. And then what I'm going to do is, after the check-in, I think I'm going to test it out some more, and then I'll give my full opinion on everything, rather than me sort of testing it once, like wearing it for like 5-6 hours at best, and then come back like, oh yeah, it's so good, this is what I recommend. Like, I want to sort of give this a full try, but so far so good. I'm really impressed with everything, apart from the highlighter. Like, I feel like it's fine, it's pretty, but it's nothing spectacular. It's just a nice little highlighter. What I'm impressed with the most is probably the blushes. Like, I feel like people they either sort of love these or hate these, but honestly I feel like it's just super pretty on the cheeks. I could go on with more if I wanted to and probably still get a lot of pigment, but I'm quite happy with how muted this is. Yeah, and also the doe-foot applicator on this gloss, this is what I'm most impressed with as well. Like, super fabulous. The powder is really nice as well, super soft. Everything just feels super soft on the face. Everything just feels lightweight, super comfortable. And I feel like if you're someone that's older, this is going to be like really good on your skin, like, just because of how soft it is and how it's sitting. Obviously I don't have like tons of fine lines and stuff, but I feel like it's going to fit like most skin skin ages. I don't really know the word for that. But yeah, I feel like, and it's not like, even under eyes, it's not, obviously if you do have some lines it will sit a little bit, but it's sitting slightly in the line that I have, but nothing like so heavy that it looks like I'm wearing a ton of makeup. Like, I feel like I'm very natural, but still have makeup on. Does that make sense? Yeah, just super pretty. I love how fresh it feels. I love how fresh it looks. I want to try out the tinted moisturiser that they have. Like, I hear like really good things about that as well. So yeah, we'll do a check-in and then I'll see you in like a couple of days after that. Okay, so the check-in time is about 10 till 1. So the makeup has been on for like almost 7 hours, just a little bit below. So this is what we are working with here. So see my skin all close up. So on my chin, it has sort of worn off. Like it's not even worn off. It's gone like a little bit, I want to say like not flaky. You know, like foundation sort of peels. That's what it's done on my chin. That could be from the concealer or the foundation. Who knows? I'm trying to like look under my eyes, and I'm pretty sure we're still good under there. Oh no, it's done a little bit here if you can see it. So it could be the concealer more than the foundation, but like I said, I'm gonna test it out a few more days, so I will try like the foundation separate and the concealer separate and sort of work out what we're doing with, and then I'll like get back to you. But I will sort of film like little clips in between so you can see, and I'll let you know like what foundation and primer and stuff I'm using it with. I mean, I look pretty glowy. Like I said, I am a little bit on the oily side, and I did use quite glowy products, but I wouldn't say I'm like really oily, which I probably would have expected from the foundation, from the setting spray and the powder and stuff, but I feel like I'm pretty good. Nothing, my eyelashes are like literally coming off, I can feel it. They're ready to come off now anyway. And yeah, I feel like the blush has definitely lasted a long time, along with the concealer. Not concealer, what's the bronzer stick? I feel like the highlighter's faded pretty much. It's like a little bit on my nose still, but I wouldn't say it's that long lasting. Definitely long lasting than most things. I love the glossy balm stuff. I've still got a little bit on now. I did reapply it, but yeah, I think it's absolutely gorgeous, that. But obviously, like I said, still sort of testing it out, but so far not too bad, but I feel like we need some work with it, but I think we can get there. Okay, so this is day 2 of testing Rare Beauty. So today I used the foundation, the bronzing stick and the blush. I still really like the blush. I think I used Joy this time, or did I use, yeah, and I think I used Hope last time, so I did change blush, but it's long lasting, but I wouldn't say it's like that long lasting. Like, I feel like I'd have to put a blush on top for, like a powder blush on top for it to last longer. I did put a little bit of bronzer on so you can sort of see it, so that's why it's probably lasted a bit longer. But this is the foundation alone, and I actually really do like it. I think this is a really pretty foundation, super lightweight, super fresh, and it hasn't, you know, like in the last video it was sort of bunching up. It hasn't done that, so I've got a feeling it might be the concealer, or it might have been all the products together. Maybe it was too much. I feel like, because I used the setting spray like 3 times, it was like start, middle, finish, so maybe it was all too much. But tomorrow I'm going to try out like the concealer, a blush again, and the highlighter, because I wasn't too fond of the highlighter. I did use the glossy balm thing as well. I really like that. Mine is a glossy balm. Like, there's literally nothing that can be said about it. I really do enjoy that product. So yeah, I do think it looks nice. What did I use? I used the Hollywood Flawless filter underneath. I don't want to say I'm that oily, but it hasn't been on for very long. I think it's been like 5 hours, so it's not a full day thing, but I do really like the foundation. I feel like I've changed. I didn't dislike it, but I'm going to more onto like it. But I will try it some more times, and obviously you'll see that throughout this process as well. So yeah, day 2. Okay, so I'm in my bathroom and I'm hoping the lighting's better. There's a bit of noise, it's because of the extractor thing, but I feel like if I'm over here, the light's coming down too much maybe. I'm trying to see the better angle. I think it's here. So today we have used the concealer, the highlight and the blush. So the shade I used in the blush was Hope, which is the more muted colour. And yeah, I'm sorry, got a cough. I really like the blushes. Like, the blushes are probably one of my favourite things out of the collection, along with the Glossy Balm, which I also wore again today. I really love that. It's super pretty, it's super simple. My lips feel nice and hydrated, and they like really hydrated. Like, I wear it and my lips don't feel dry, and if they are dry it really nourishes them. And yeah, I really love that. So yeah, the concealer I actually like today. When I first used it I was like, oh, it's peeling a little bit, but I couldn't work out if it was the foundation or the concealer. And I think it was the concealer, but today I have it on with like the Fenty tinted drops, and I didn't use a primer, I used a liquid highlighter, that's why I look very dewy. The highlighter I still find pretty, but like, it's not one of my favourite things. Like, I'm still like not overly in love with it, but I do enjoy how it looks on the skin. I think it's really pretty, it's just not a favourite. I wouldn't say I still look that glowy from it now. I'd say it's like more glowy, sort of wears off, like it needs a powder on top to really hold it in place. But the blush is still really gorgeous. Like, I can see it on my face. I have no issues with it, it blends out super easy. I think when I've done the application, like, I literally wiped it off the bottle and put dots on, no problems, super easy to blend. It wasn't over pigmented, it didn't apply too much. I even went in and added more today because I was like, I feel like I need a bit more. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it so far. So I think I'm going to give it, I still got to use the powder and the setting spray again, so I'm going to give it another go doing that. Oh, the powder I used today was the Charlotte Tilbury, like the Flawless Filter one, and it set it pretty well. I only put a tiny bit under the eyes and in the T-zone because obviously I did want to be on the more dewier side today. But yeah, so we'll do the powder and the setting spray, and then I feel like I'm ready to give my overall review of everything. So yeah, this is like part 3 now, I think. Okay. So this is still the part where we're talking about Rare Beauty, and my makeup has smudged a little bit under my eyes. I think I need to start putting like eye primer under. Anyway, that's a whole different story. So earlier, it hasn't annoyed. Can you see on my face? It's broke out, and this wasn't here prior to using the Rare Beauty. So today I only used the powder and the what's the thing called? The setting spray, and it's just reacted really bad to my skin. So it can only probably be one of those two things, because everything else I used with products that I loved, because I wasn't too sure about these two products. But after I put the powder on, my face was really oily, so I had to like proper blot it to get some of it off and then spray. So I don't really know how I feel about the powder still or the setting spray. And I think the setting spray has like coconut, or it has some sort of fruit extract in it, and my skin hates fruit. So yeah, I don't know about those things. Now I'm going to check back in fully and we can do a rundown, and I'll sit down and I can give my full thoughts on absolutely everything that we've tried, because I feel like I've given it a thorough go. Okay, so we're back on camera to finally wrap up my review of Rare Beauty. So what I used, I pretty much enjoyed most of it. My top tier picks is the Glossy Balm and the blushes. I think they are so stunning. I got it on today. I got on Joy, topped with like a little bit of Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's just full on stunning. I absolutely love it. The bronzer stick I really enjoy as well. The highlighter I'm not too keen on. I've tried better highlighters. It's very pretty, but it's not, I just don't think it's worth it. Like, especially if you have a lot of makeup, like it's not going to be like a standalone product in my collection. Like, I'll probably pick it up now and then. The setting spray is really nice, smells really good. I'm not too sure how I feel about it though. Like, I'm still very unsure about that. Same with the powder. I feel like it might be too radiant for my skin personally. Maybe like in the colder months would be better, because it's like more summertime in the UK. It's very hot, very humid. so it's quite difficult to, you know, not be sweating and oily, and it's just, yeah, it might be too much. So I will give it more goes, like different products and stuff like that, see if we can make it work. Concealer and foundation are absolutely beautiful. I love those. Not like top tier, but they're still like good foundations. Like I'll pick it up if I want to use it. Same with the concealer. So yeah, I'm excited to see what she comes out with next. Yeah, I think it's such a great brand. I think it's up there with Fenty, like some of like the best brands that have been out with celebrities. Yeah, so that's the end of the video. I hope you did.